About that Outcast. I'm sorry if y'all don't know Outcast, but I cut for him. So that's some classical, so fresh, so clean. Y'all should know that. That was a radio hit.
Who said they didn't know it?
Who doesn't know Clean
I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, somebody kick somebody out the room.
They said y'all can't be on the show if y'all don't know about that so fresh and so clean.
What did I just get? 10 seconds ago.
You ain't lying.
I tried to tell him mine. He don't listen to me. He just don't listen.
Sobe, Life Water, Sarah Great Berry.
Until they pay you for that spot, don't give them that money.
I know. We getting some free advertising. We got some cups coming. Some ThreeZo show cups.
From Sobe?
Oh. No, from the business manager. From the ThreeZo show business manager. Shout out to Sweet Pea. They're gonna be tight. They're gonna be tight. Alright. I'm just jamming. I don't know. I'm just so fresh, so clean. Alright. We are back. We are discussing some craziness. I'm sorry. I'm a parent. And I just don't understand this shit. You know? I mean, these articles come out. You know, we go through. What we do behind the scenes, y'all, is we read through articles and we say, yeah, is this something that is rare? Is this something that's interesting? Is this something that's worth discussing? You know, we take our time picking topics, but it just seemed like, damn, we can't get away from death. And the violent death at that. So, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to the ThreeZo show. It's Wednesday night. I'm your host, ThreeZo. This your host, MC. Special guest, Layla. Special guest, Top Secret. Because she's going to talk to us about a case that went down here in Houston about a parent who abused a child to the point of death.
Well, actually, she was party to the death of the child because she didn't protect the child.
By omission.
Essentially, by omission. So she wasn't protecting her 4-year-old, absolutely beautiful, red hair, porcelain skin daughter. Sweet child. It actually went down about a year ago. Okay. Last June is when it actually happened. I was involved because she went to a local hospital after CPS was called in, Child Protection was called in by this lady's primary care physician.
Right.
They had concerns. So she went in, and I get she was found guilty, so I can talk about it. She went in on June 7th. She didn't come to our hospital till June 17th. So that's 10 days.
Okay.
10 days later.
Okay.
And she was claiming that, CPS made her come in because she had like herpes or something like that. And if y'all are from Houston, it might ring a bell. It's been in the paper here lately. Mm-hmm. At my hospital, we did not find any cause for concern. So we told CPS what we found, which was nothing, because herpes, although in a child, actually can be, it doesn't have to be passed on only through sex.
I didn't know that the child had herpes.
Yeah,
I mean, she had genital warts, is what they're called, which is a form of herpes. But it could be that you have them or MC has them, and
why? What the fuck? Hold on.
I'm
you're just making a point.
I'm just making an example of how it can spread.
We got reputations
as far as how it can spread.
What the fuck?
If y'all okay,
we still need to know the rest of the story.
Y'all get hyped up for no reason. First of all, if you were to have genital warts,
oh God,
you don't necessarily wash your hands properly.
Damn, that's
right, that's 2 strikes for first of all having genital warts, period. But you don't wash your hands, and you touch your son, or you shake your son's hand, or you give him a high five.
Skin contact.
It's skin contact. So that's automatically gonna transfer, right? So it's not that he got sexually abused. It's because you had him because you were nasty and dirty and doing whatever, and it's skin to skin contact. And it can be hand to hand.
And this shit is not curable, huh?
Nope.
Some of it is. Some of it is. Some of it's not. Some of it, herpes simplex 10 or whatever. It's like luggage. You don't ever get rid of it. Some genital warts can be cured. Not all the time.
Really wash your damn hands, man.
Not only wash your hands, but protect yourselves in any sexual experience, situation, whatever. Because if you don't know your partner, then that makes it worse. The risk is higher. So we don't know exactly how she contracted it.
The 4-year-old.
Correct.
This was last year.
This was last year. Another thing that this particular mama said is that she lived with her husband in the house. So that takes away from more concern, because if she would have said, as they asked me in court last Friday, if you knew she had a boyfriend, how would it have been different? Well, in my education, we know that 9 times out of 10, if a child is being abused and that mom has a boyfriend, a new boyfriend, more than likely, the boyfriend is doing the abuse. Physical, sexual, whatever.
Right.
It is found more often that a new boyfriend is going to abuse a child.
Right.
That's not his.
Right. Agreed.
Okay. So that we were on the stand for the defense, which I really don't know why, other than trying to prove that she was compliant with what CPS told her. Because CPS made her go in to have the child checked.
Okay, so CPS sent her to your hospital.
Correct.
Did you see her?
Yes, I did. I was directly involved in this case.
Because we never told anybody what you do, but you are at the hospital, and this was a patient that was at the hospital. That's why you had to testify in trial.
Correct.
Now, you were brought in on the defense side, which means she's the defendant.
Right.
So you were brought in to support her?
Essentially. We weren't told exactly why they brought us in, but in having conversations with other local attorneys, what we gathered was that they were trying to prove that she was being compliant with what CPS was ordering her. Because there was a big thing against CPS as well for not removing the child before the actual incident happened on, I believe, July maybe 1st, 2nd, something like that. I can't remember the exact date. It's when the child actually died. So there was a few weeks between her visiting our hospital and her ended up dead.
Damn.
So a lot of people were trying to blame CPS, that saying if you would have removed this child, like when they came to us, then the child would have never died.
Right.
And the hard part to that is when you don't find any evidence to remove a child.
Because the disease is not necessarily evidence.
Right. And if she had the bruises going to the primary care doctor and she brought her to us 10 days later,
they're healed.
Exactly.
They're a lot
so
less
what do we
severe.
have to look at? Nothing.